Last week, at the end of the video, I asked you guys, so what should we do next? Because this is what I have on the schedule. So I'll let you guys know for the Classic Traveler series, I have like patrons and vehicles and equipment and animal encounters and things like that. So what should I do next? Because I was thinking about skipping to going to combat. And I got mixed responses on that. Some of you guys were like, just do the whole WAP. Go ahead. Some of you was like, nah, just skip all that and go into combat. And some of y'all was like, well, do this and don't do this. Your mixed responses have forced me into a situation where I'm going to make an adjudication, which means I'm going to do patrons and then we're going straight to combat because patrons is important enough to understand, and then we're going to get into combat. It's just not going to happen today. Today is a special video, kind of taking a break, but not really, because we're still going to be talking about the thing that I do here every Friday, but it's going to be an explanation of why I do what I do here every Friday. You know, some of you guys are new to the channel, and let me welcome you. Hey, what's up? Your boy Servant in the house, serving you up here on RPG Elite. And this is a great video for you because this will let you know exactly what you are getting into if you decide to subscribe to this channel or what you have subscribed to already, which means that all of you other people who have subscribed and you want to know the why, that is what I'm going to explain. Why I do the videos I do on Friday. This is going to be a great video because I'm going to cover something that I've actually covered in another video, but I added one more thing that's not in that video that I'm going to add today. So let me lay out for you the why, because there's far too many people on YouTube who have no why, right? They just make videos. And okay, so it was last week, it was Rivers RPG. I mentioned him, he sent me these dice. So I love you, bro, but I'm about to call you out right now because I remember when I did the video talking about I'm pulling back content from YouTube. Videos won't be longer than 20 minutes anymore, ever. The reason why I was doing it, the whole WAP. And I remember what you said in the comments. And it was something like, I wish you the best, but this is the part I really remember. I remember this. I do this for fun. Okay, wait a minute. You think I'm sadistic? That I hate this? That's a jacked up way of looking at things. That you're not thinking right. As far as when it comes to work, you're not thinking right. And let me say this to everybody who's watching right now. If you are working for the weekend and you are not doing something that is fulfilling and you just can't wait to get out of your job, run hard and run fast right now and go get something else because you only got one go around in this life. Let me preach a little bit. The Bible talks about, hey, it's appointed for man once to die, then the judgment. One time, that's all you got. You got this one life, and then that's it. No reincarnation, no such thing. You better make this count. And we spend a third of our lives working. Let's not have the idea like I do this for fun, as if work's not fun. Oh, work should be. And now this is kind of switching around. We've had a really jacked up idea of work especially in our culture here in America for a long time. But now that's starting to switch. I praise God for that. I love what I do here. So let's move into this as far as why I do the kind of videos I do every Friday. I'm going to unpack that. But first, let me lay some groundwork before we get into that. Let's roll them. Back when I had first began this channel, I really more so began it in the way that this is a business. I'm taking it serious. We going all in. I put up a video explaining what I call the pillars of the RPG Elite Network. So it's been up also pretty much since the beginning. And I laid out 3 pillars of the RPG Elite Network, what this network is founded on. So let's go over the 3 real quick because the 4th one I'm going to unpack because it is directly tied to why I do the type of videos I do on Fridays. So the first pillar would be RPG Elite philosophy. Obviously, many of you come here for that. Many of you are RPG elites. Some of you are RPG elite-ish, but you are learning a mindset towards tabletop RPGs. That's what it means to be RPG elite. Awesome sauce. This is something that we've done plenty of videos on. I'm going to write a book on it, the whole 9. So that's one of the pillars. One of the other pillars is a new one, and it's always been here. I just never identified it as a pillar. Well, now it is officially a pillar, and that is PG-13, family friendly. That is what I'm about, not only here on this channel, but across the network, in the Guilded server and everything. That's why I shadow ban all profanity. I have zero tolerance for it. We don't have it over on the Guilded server. And even when I'm doing games, I like to cover adult themes without getting stupid about it. We can cover things with substance without being vulgar and being vile. We run a clean establishment here. The third is non-fantasy alternative genre tabletop RPGs. So that pretty much answers the question for some of you people who keep asking me why I refuse to cover the game that I refuse to mention by name on this channel. That's been up forever. And that should have been, the answer to your question, but I get it. I have 280 something videos on this channel. You didn't watch all those videos. You probably didn't even know the video existed. So that would be one of the major reasons, even though I got about 6 more. But I'm not going to tell you those. I'll just tell you that one. That's all I cover. I'm covering all the redheaded stepchildren of the tabletop RPG community. If you want post-apocalyptic, we got that here. You want superheroes? We got that. How about a little bit of espionage, super spy? What? We got that too. Hey, how about we get into some supernatural? And as we're doing with the classic Traveler series, straight science fiction, but no fantasy at all. But there's one more pillar that is tied directly to why I do the videos that I do every Friday. The fourth pillar is classic tabletop RPGs. Well, what do I mean by classic? That means any tabletop RPG that is 20 years old or older. So at the making of this video, that would mean anything from 2004 and earlier. The great thing about covering classics is this. Every year, more games fall into the classic category. And the one thing that I never have a problem of here on the channel is content ideas. Oh gosh, it's more, what do I sift through and not include? That's really what it is, because there's plenty of content. Nobody's really doing what I'm doing anyway, because I don't chase the algorithm. Because if you look at my view count on these videos, you see quite clearly, bruh, a couple hundred views here. But you know what's going on? Is it worth it? Yes, it is. Why? I can be totally creative and doing the things that I want to do, but I don't chase the algorithm. And because I don't chase the algorithm, I don't compromise. I don't have to compromise. I can continue onward because I have a why. What do I mean by that? There is a why for this YouTube channel. I have an agenda. So when things ain't looking, like I would like them to look, or, maybe a video didn't pop off or whatever, my why is what keeps me going. So many people quit after that because they're chasing the algorithm. I don't chase the algorithm. No, I do my thing. And I'll just have to do an alternative method to get to the place where I want to go. I have no problem with that, experimenting and going on in that direction. But I'm not going to change my creative direction to chase an algorithm for some views. You can kill that noise. So that is why I am going to continue to do this in the way that I do it. There's 3 reasons why I do it. Let's unpack all 3. I want to create an online archive to create awareness for these games. Now, I already just told you that I cover non-fantasy, alternative genre tabletop RPGs. So that's like I said, that's the redheaded stepchild of tabletop RPGs. The tabletop RPG community is inundated with traditional fantasy games. They're all over the place. So these other games don't get the love. And as I told you guys, if you've ever seen any of my earlier videos, how I came into tabletop RPGs in the early 80s, I played the game I refuse to mention my name on this channel like once, or I think it was once. And then I found out, well, Marvel is here? And it was over after that. I didn't look back. I played Marvel, played DC, I played Twilight 2000, I had some Traveler, I had some Gamma World. I was playing everything but that. And I knew that there had to be a couple other people who were playing these games as well, and I know that there are. But now, today, we just throw them off into the corner and we forget about them, and these games are great. And so I want to bring awareness. But you can't bring awareness to something by just doing one video. No, you have to be committed. And folks, I'm committed. Gamma World series, 30, 35 plus videos. Top Secret, 25, 29, it might even be 30 videos, I don't know. I'm doing all of this off the top of the mind right now. And we're 30 something videos into the Traveler series. Yeah, I do one video 35 times, because that is how you actually bring awareness. That's one reason I do classic tabletop RPGs on this channel. The next reason why is to be like an online core book for those people who go out and say, hey, I think I want to play this game, or I want to pick this game back up. I haven't played this game in such a long time. You know, give me nostalgia vibes, right? And so you want to go and pick it back up again. But what about the rest of your players? Are they going to go out and pick up the game? Probably not, because it's probably out of print. It's hard to get, can't get it anymore, right? Even a PDF is hard to find. I mean, you might be able to find one online if somebody was gracious enough to actually put a PDF copy together of their hardcover copy. That's cool. I've got a couple like that myself. However, they're out of print. How about the rest of your players? How are they going to learn? Well, now you can just say, RPG Elite, baby, go over there. They got a whole series. They can kind of pick and choose what they want. More than likely, character creation and all the rest of that stuff. And then it's also good for GMs who want clarification on a rule or something like that. So again, as an online core book for these classic games, so you can have access to it anywhere, no matter what you're doing. There's another reason, but this last reason probably is going to get some people upset because of how I'm going to talk about it, but this is a major one. Mad respect for those who have come before. You know, if you were to listen to a lot of the people today, you would think that it was so horrible back in the day. Everybody was so awful, and it was so, you know, oh gosh, these people were just vile individuals, and they just denigrate everything. And no, that's not the way it was. That's a lie. And the people who are actually doing that wasn't even here, wasn't even thought of. So how do you know? And then there's other people who actually they were here, they bought into that lie. Oh yeah, we've got to do, what? No, not at all. So this reason right here, mad respect. I do it out of respect to pay homage to those who have come before, because I tell you what, if they didn't put in work, if they didn't do the things that they did, we wouldn't have tabletop RPGs, and you guys wouldn't be able to sit up there and cry, whine, moan, and complain about something. Instead of being appreciative and grateful for what it is that they did do, you sit up there and complain about every little nitpicky thing that wasn't perfect. That's why nobody wants to play with your behind. I'm just saying, I'm keeping it 100 here. Mad respect to James M. Ward and Gary Jake Jaquette from Gamma World 3rd edition, even though there were others and James was part of the Gamma World 1st edition crowd. But mad respect for those guys for putting that together. Mad respect for my boy Rasmussen, who still to this day, according to Ryan over at Rolling Bones, still to this day runs Top Secret 1st edition at cons. You gotta have mad respect for that. And on top of that, Mark Miller and all of his fellas that helped him on Traveler. These deep dive videos are to give them respect, not to denigrate them, not to say, oh, well, you had it all wrong. And listen, I wouldn't even play Top Secret First Edition. I had a whole series on that. Would that be my first go-to game? Of course not, but I have mad respect for what he did. I do. And I'm gonna give him the respect that he's due for doing that. And all the rest of my fellas, because we wouldn't have what we had today if they didn't come along and do it. Stop your crying and your moaning and your complaining and be grateful if you even know how, and be humble for what has come before, and respect the history and the OGs that have helped build this great hobby that we have. Well, there you have it, folks. 3 reasons why I cover classic tabletop RPGs here on the RPG Elite Network. And my why is too strong and my agenda is too important, and I'm not going to change that. It's going to be here as long as God will allow. But at least now you know what's up. You know what to expect and you know why. Hey, if you got any value out of this video today, then do a brother solid. Could you please? Could you crush the like button? Also, if you want to stick around here on the YouTube channel for RPG Elite, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I come out with videos every Tuesday and Friday. And again, now you know why I come out with these videos on Friday. I have the question of a vid for you. It has to do with those 3 reasons I just got done talking about. Which one do you think is the strongest? Which one do you think is the strongest? I already told you, all 3 of them are strong for me. So having all 3 of those reasons by themselves, I will continue to do what I do. But out of those 3, if you had to choose one, which one do you think is the strongest? Which one for you would be the biggest motivator for you to watch the Classic Tabletop RPG Friday? Let me know. I am done, folks. That's it. I got to do my Snagglepuss now.
So exit. Stage left.
If you got any games coming up this weekend, happy gaming, y'all. I pray it is an RPG Elite session. And until next time, God willing, on Tuesday, we're going to roll in here with some more stuff. Until that time, I got to say, peace. Oh, we're going old school now. And hair grease.